Liam Allen with LJ Allen Firearms. Today we're going to be talking about Colt and what Colt did with his guns. Liam Allen with LJ Allen Firearms. Topic of the day is going to be the Patterson with Colt. Interesting thing about Colt was that he had a collection of guns when he was young, and he'd take them apart, put them together, work on them, whatnot. Do the same thing with watches and whatnot. And so he just put these all together, work on them, and he's just into guns. And so he was on a ship going to an aunt's, I believe, and so what he did is he went in and he was looking at the wheel of a steamship which he was traveling on, and he thought, why couldn't you put a cylinder in a gun and get it to revolve and have a practical firearm that would be multi-shot? And so he worked on it, and he worked on his idea, carved out a wood prototype, showed it to a gunsmith, and gunsmith's like, wow, this is pretty cool. You know, it's pretty interesting. This might work. And so anyways, eventually he started the Patterson company with Colt. And they both partnered together to work on it and improve it. The first model blew up in his hand, which he kept on going. He was, must have been pretty scary to have it blow up in your hand. And very disappointing, all the work that he put into that. And think about it, they didn't have a lot of the tools that they have today, so there's a ton of work put into this. So what they did is they worked on it, they got it done, they got it improved, and they got it finished, and so they went to selling it, marketing it, and they tried to sell it to the military, the cavalry. They tried to sell it to the cavalry, and because that'd be the thing for guns, sell it the best market. Cavalry didn't want it because it was too many parts, too many moving parts, too many actions and whatnot. Same thing with almost every new gun improvement. It was pretty interesting. Almost every gun improvement has said that. Too many moving parts, too many parts, too complicated. So they wouldn't buy it. Eventually, that company went bankrupt, and he had to force. He was a failure. And it's pretty interesting because Sam Colt died at 47 years of age. Sam Colt died the richest man in America at the time when he died at 47 years old. At 47 years old, he was the richest man in America. And he went bankrupt on his first company. So that's pretty interesting. Just shows, how businesses, just because you fail once doesn't mean you fail your lifetime. So it's just pretty interesting how that happened. But anyways, back to what I said. They made them in a box. They made them. I think the first ones were made without loading levers, but then they made them with loading levers, and they're kind of a little bit goofy looking, but they were smaller, pretty heavy compared to today's guns, I'd say, for their size. But they were put in a box, and it's really cool how they did it back then. They had all the engraving on it. They had these nice, beautiful wooden boxes with shells and clean kit and whatnot. Today we have them in plastic boxes and whatnot. That's a good idea for me to do when I start my gun business. But it's pretty interesting how that works, how it did it, and all the time that went into it. But then later, Colt would go to start his next company, the Colt Walker, and that'll be the subject for next time. So, good talking to you, and thank you. I appreciate it if you check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, and until next time, this is Liam out.